Good day. In this video presentation, I'll be talking about Hannah Arendt's excerpts, more particularly on the life of the mind, the ground investigation on how we think. So in the excerpts, the author asks whether thinking necessarily leads to good or whether it can also result in evil. To this question, I answer that thinking, while often associated with wisdom and progress, can also lead to evil actions. In other words, intellectual activity does not guarantee moral goodness. On the contrary, it has also often been used to justify oppression, destruction, and manipulation. I say this because first, thinking allows people to rationalize immoral actions. Second, intellectual systems can be used as tools of control, imposing ideologies that justify oppression. And third, excessive intellectualization can lead to moral detachment, where individuals commit atrocities without emotional conflict. To illustrate the first point, I've experienced that people often justify selfish or harmful actions by appealing to logic or necessity. For example, students sometimes convince themselves that cheating is acceptable because everyone does it, or because the academic system is unfair. This rationalization allows them to act immorally without feeling guilty. As for the second point, imagine a government that enforces strict social global policies based on intellectual theories. For example, a ruler who believes in absolute efficiency might justify suppressing dissent, arguing that it ensures stability. This way, abstract reasoning becomes a tool of control rather than enlightenment. With regards to the third point, many people have witnessed historical cases where individuals followed orders without questioning the morality of their actions. Bureaucrats in oppressive regimes, such as Adolf Eichmann in Nazi Germany, did not see themselves as evil. They simply executed policies efficiently, proving that intellectual detachment can facilitate atrocities. However, other people claim on the contrary that they have experienced situations where thinking helped them make better moral choices. They argue that critical reasoning prevents individuals from blindly following harmful ideologies. Concerning the second point, others object that intellectual systems are not inherently oppressive. It is their misuse that leads to harm. And about the third, some people cite instances when rational thinking has prevented violence. People argue that thoughtful deliberation is what allows societies to avoid rash and destructive decisions. To the first objection, I reply that while thinking can guide moral choices, it does not always do so. People can just as easily use reasoning to justify wrongdoing. As an illustration, take the case of corporate executives who exploit workers by arguing that maximizing profits benefit society in the long run. Their thinking is strategic, but their actions are harmful. To the second objection, I say that while intellectual systems can indeed be forces for good, history has repeatedly shown how they have been used for oppression. Consider the situation where scientific reason was once used to justify slavery. The misuse of intellectual frameworks is not an isolated case, but a recurring pattern. As to the third objection, I assert that while rational thinking can prevent violence, it can also enable it when it is disconnected from ethical responsibility. So I conclude that thinking is a double-edged sword. It has the power to enlighten, but also has the potential to lead to evil when detached from ethics. While discussing these points, I've realized that intelligence alone does not make a person moral. Even the most educated individuals can commit terrible actions when they prioritize logic over conscience. Lastly, it has become clear to me that questioning the morality of one's thoughts and actions is essential. Blind rationalization can lead to harm, while thoughtful ethical reflection fosters justice. So, starting today, I'll ensure that my thinking is always guided by moral responsibility, and I will also begin to question not only what is logical, but also what is right. That is all for my repetition.